Hey guys, Matt, Trend 43. In today's video, I have beloved number 7 here on the PRR Keystone. Now, I know you guys haven't seen much of the PRR Keystone in about 2 months or so, and the main reason for that was because there wasn't a lot of layout work that I did to the layout, so there really was no reason to do a blog video or anything like that. And also, I really haven't been running trains in quite a while, so I took a little break from running trains, so that's why there hasn't been any running sessions or anything like that. But I finally got back around to doing some work and running some trains, so that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. We're going to talk about some layout work and also some new items because I went to a train show recently. It was actually the same train show that my dad went to, so I met him there and he got some stuff for his railroad and I got some stuff for mine. And we'll also run some trains and talk about some layout work as well. So let's get on and take a look at what we got going on. So there's been a lot of layout work recently. Now, one of the first things I did was on this inner loop, I went ahead and made this passing siding, and that's where the C420 currently sits, as you guys can see right here. I did weather this engine recently. I think it turned out really nice. Still have a touch of work to do up there, but other than that, it's done, and I think it really looks good. Now, before I had just a small engine service facility area over here, but I went ahead and moved some things around so that way I could get this passing siding in. So now I can run two trains on this inner loop. I have the C420 and I have a lash up of some Lionel Penske diesels on at the moment. And these are really nice engines, all three of these. But in any case, I did this just for a little bit of variety, which is pretty cool. Now, another thing I did was I added a 10-inch straight piece right here to bring this in quite a bit. And the reason for that is because I have this open area here where the cars are right now. And I want to be able to put in a storage track for maybe an industry or something along those lines. So that way I can have some cars parked here, which would be really cool. And that'll be that. Now the spur joins back onto the main over there, so we go and pause the video so you guys can get a little bit better look at it. So here's where the passing siding either starts or ends, and then it just continues on to the main loop. Now, another thing I did to the main loop was that I brought it in, so let's go and talk about that real quick. So now we're on the back side of the layout, and as you guys can see, I brought the main loop in. So there's just a little bit of gap between the sections here of the track. Now the reason as to why I did this was because I want to have a crossover set between the outside loop and the inside loop. But in order to do that, I had to bring it in. So that's what we did. So we'll hopefully be getting those switches soon. Now, because this area is on the back section of the layout, I will probably have to go with the command control switches, which are very expensive. But that's really my only option as far as easily getting to these switches and without doing a whole bunch of wiring work. So I will slowly start saving up for those switches, and I'll hopefully have them in by next year sometime. We'll see. But another thing this back section will serve is for some scenery. I got these houses here. And just a little scene here. I got some cars and stuff. Over here I got 3 houses. And now these aren't lighted yet, but I will hopefully get them lit soon. So the overall effect will look something like this, which looks really cool in my opinion. And that's that. Pretty cool. So that about does it for layout work, although one other thing I did was I went ahead and wired up my hobby shop right here. It's an opposite corner building, just like my guitar shack rather, is. It's really nice. So those are 2 nice buildings from MTH. I finally got those wired up. And now we'll talk about some new items that I got. We'll talk about the stuff I got from the train show first. And here's one of them right here. Let's take a little bit better look at it. So this is a K-Line ranch house. It is really, really cool. Now it's not just the ranch house you see. It's also all this stuff over here, the bench, the people, the slide, the little table over there, the car. It's all this stuff, which is really, really nice. It's made by K-Line, and it's really cool. Now, one of the coolest things about it is that it has a smoke unit that is installed in the chimney here. So if I was to turn it on, I'm going to have to give it some time to heat up, but it will smoke, and it's really, really cool. It actually puts out quite a bit of smoke, which is really nice. And it also comes with this little control switch for the smoke feature. There you go, you guys can probably see it now. It's really, really nice. I happen to really like it. So, the only problem is that this building and the hobby shop, they're wired into the inside track. So if I was to flip this switch to turn the power off, the building shut off with it. But other than that, I really can't complain. So I probably will wire them off another circuit somehow, so that way they can stay on all the time. But let me go and flip it back on. You hear the engines popping over there. But it's a really nice building, and the tops come off too. So if you need to do any work in there, which actually I've had to work on the smoking a little bit. But other than that, it's a really nice building. So that's really cool. So now I'll take a look at a piece of rolling stock I got at the train show. So here's the new piece of rolling stock. It is a very, very nice Atlas Masterline Denver Rio Grande Extended Vision caboose. This car is very, very cool. Now I currently have it in the box. What I'll do real quick is go ahead and take it out of the box so you guys can see it a little bit better. So let me do that and I'll be right back. So here's the car out of the box. As you guys can see, it is very, very nice. Now I have the track power on so you guys can see the lights. And the details inside the details inside the interior are also very good. Not exactly sure how well you guys can see it. Let me see if I can maybe zoom in on a little bit. See a pull there. You got lockers and the whole nine in there. It's really, really nice. And then up on top here, we have the top section, the cupola, and you guys can see the figure sitting on a chair. Now you can remove this part to view the interior a little bit better, but you have to move this brass wire right here on the smokestack, and it's a royal pain to get back in, so I'm not going to do that. But the detailing in this car is really good. We've got the ladders up on top here. Now these you got to be really careful with. I've actually broken these off. They just sit, well, broken them off the stanchions at least. I haven't broke the ladders, but they sit on these little stanchion pieces, and I have to re-glue them in, but other than that they're fine. And then here you can see some of the detail. It's got opening doors on it. It's really nice. It also has rotating bearing caps on the trucks. Probably see them moving in there. And then if we were to move the car down the track, you can see the other end. And this end has the flashing warning light on it, which is really, really cool. I happen to really like that feature a lot. And another cool thing about this car, I believe that the lights inside this car are LEDs. So I'll just shut the power off. You can see the lights stay on for just a second. And I think that's really cool. And also, this car has not flickered once. So I'm almost believing that this car has LED lights, although I'm not for certain yet. But if anyone knows, please let me know. But in any case, this is a very nice car. It's a very welcomed addition to the layout. It's also my first Atlas piece, so I happen to really like it. And I do want to pick up some more Atlas cars, and also I have been looking into a few Atlas engines, but I haven't made up my mind as to what I want yet. But we'll see. But in any case, this is a very nice car, and I really like it a whole lot. Last but not least, I'll show you one more thing. Now, this I did not get at the train show. I've actually had this for a couple months now. This is my LCS Wi-Fi module. I first showed you guys this when I first got it, actually at the KTMR, even though this is my Wi-Fi module. And I really like it. It's really, really cool. I don't use it as much as I should because this is a $140 module. but I do use it every now and again, and it is pretty fun. Now, I don't have any compatible devices right now because I'm filming with my phone, so I can't use that, but I can use a Apple device to run my trains, but I don't have one with me at the moment, so I can't. But in any case, I have this. I can still use my Legacy or my MTH remote to run the trains. So that's that. And also, I'm pretty sure I told you guys I got the writable module, the black one. So I can now use that to load data or whatever onto the remote. And actually, I put a few new engines in here that will be coming soon. Two of the three engines I put in here I actually already have, and they're actually Christmas gifts that I got a chance to test out. They're really, really nice engines, very old and very rare pieces. I'm very glad I have them. That's all I'm going to say about them. They're two Legacy diesels if you're wondering what they are, and I'll show you guys them when I actually get them for Christmas. But if you want a little sneak peek of them, check out my Facebook page because I did a little video of them on there if you guys want to see them. But that's that. As far as the control panel goes, nothing really much has changed on it. Although one thing I did do was I went ahead and split the layout. Because before I had everything running off this 180 brick, which is completely fine. I had no problems with that. But sometimes the engines, when you get a lot of them on there, it would start to kick out and other things like that. So what I decided to do is I decided to switch it up. The 180 is now powering the outside loop, and then this Z1000, which also has the accessories tied to it, is powering the inside loop. So that way it's broken up a little bit, and plus with the 180 being only on the outside and it having the chopped sine wave smoke production is fantastic. I usually run the smoke units on my F3s. I don't really use the smoke units a lot, but when I do, I usually run them on my F3s, and they really smoke great. So that's really cool. So keep an eye out for those new engines. Like I said, two of them are coming for Christmas, and then the third one's coming for my birthday. So that'll be really cool. It's some very old Legacy diesels. One of them is probably the first Legacy engine ever made. So that'll be really cool when I get those. So, but in any case, that's going to wrap it up. What I'll do now is I'll go ahead and run some trains for you guys. So that's going to wrap it up. I'm Matt, Chandler of 943. Guys, have a great one. The next video will probably be either something on the KTMR, or I may show you guys those new engines depending on what's been going on. But we'll see. So in any case, we're going to run some trains, and that'll be that. So we'll go and catch you guys later. Have a great one.
Nancy, 1854. Do you read me? Roger that. 1854 here. Start her up and stand by. Acknowledge. Starting up the engine. Out. Pennsylvania, 1854. Hoses are coupled. Am I clear? Over. Negative 1854. Hold till my clearance. Over. Acknowledge. Waiting on that clear track. 1854. Out. NC 1854. Hold till my clearance. Over. Copy that. 1854, out. Pennsylvania, 1854 here. Hoses are coupled. Am I clear? Over. Affirmative, 1854. The track is clear. Out. Copy that. Cleared outbound. 1854, out.